Let's get a handle on exactly what this amendment does. This amendment says we're going to take one of the most controversial regarding the ethics of the research, and we're going to say the federal government can't determine whether it's ethical. Madam Chair, we have a construct for this. This construct was developed by Mr. Waxman 2 decades ago, signed in a piece of statute signed by President Clinton. It said, when you submit research for funding to the HHS department, and there is an ethical, it's a topic around which there is ethical questions, or there are ethical questions, that the Secretary can choose to seat a panel, not a sham panel, but a panel that consists of attorneys, ethicists, practicing physicians, theologians, and scientists with substantial accomplishments in biomedical and behavioral research. That doesn't sound too sham to me, but it's a panel that's going to review it because, Madam Chair, without that, the only review this gets with regards to, for instance, an institutional review board is at the institution that stands to gain the funding when the project is funded. It's because of that conflict of interest that the Congress thoughtfully said in statute that we ought to have a mechanism to consider the ethics. Now, Madam Chair, you're going to hear about all kinds of things done with fetal tissue. Yeah, they were done decades and decades ago. Those vaccines are done on cell lines that have been around for a long time. Can there be some research that might benefit from fetal tissue? Sure, there can be. But we should always make the determination if it's ethical. How can we stand in good conscience and say, we're going to take, again, on a basis of ethics, one of the most controversial areas of research, and wall it off and say the federal government can't consider ethics? Oh my gosh. That's a step way too far. I reserve.